Alright guys, and welcome back to Gear 43. Today we're going to be talking about the top 7 backpacks that we have tested so far. Now we've been testing out a lot of backpacks. In fact, we have a bunch in the pipeline right now that are in testing. However, as of right now, as of right today, these are the favorite ones that we've tested out so far. So stay tuned. I do want to give you a heads up that each of these backpacks was given to us by the respective brand. So in this video, I'm going to tell you the 7 backpacks, as well as what we liked and what we didn't like about each backpack and if it's right for you. Also, don't forget that we do have links down in the description and the top comment if you guys want to purchase this for yourselves. They are either paid links or links to the shop if it's something that we personally sell. So let's get right into it. All right, so starting from number 7, this is an interesting backpack, as it does triple duty as a backpack, as luggage, and a gym bag. Now, Luke was actually the one that tested this one out, as he used to be a gym owner and was super stoked to be able to try out this bag. It is a backpack that is just completely overbuilt. It is a kind of a soft-sided but hard-sided. It has it's basically a backpack that has some structure to it. And it is really, really well laid out. It has some really cool quick access pouches. Especially up top, there's a kind of a quick access pouch that you can get to your most used stuff, so you don't have to open up the full backpack for it. He also really liked the shoe compartment, which is on the base of the backpack, and it's really easy to get to. And the fact that it opens up like luggage means you can actually use it as carry-on, or it allows you to just easily get to everything in the backpack as if it was luggage, or of course you can get in through the top. It's really just a super flexible backpack, but it's super overbuilt. I don't know if you've ever had a bag like this. It seriously is overbuilt. It's pretty crazy. It has some really cool magnetic clasps. Anyways, you'll just want to check it out. It's pretty cool. And this backpack is actually one we have on the shop, so I'll make sure to link down in the description. Now, number 6 is a Cotopaxi Torre 24 liter. This is actually one that I personally tested out when Cotopaxi had sent it out to me, and I was super impressed. In fact, I actually did an overseas vacation with this backpack as my primary backpack. I really did like its bright colors. This was a bright orange backpack. I felt like the straps were incredibly comfortable. I was really, really impressed with those. And having an expandable main compartment, basically you could pull on some tabs and it allows the main compartment to kind of stretch and compact depending on how much stuff you need in there. The lid on it just zipped really, really well and worked really nicely. It was super easy to get into it. And I feel like that 24-liter capacity worked really well for fitting everything that I really needed while still being able to fit under an airplane seat or just into any compartments that I really needed it to. Of course, the downside really was the material. Even though it wasn't cheap, it did kind of feel cheap. It's just kind of that plasticky material that you know is nice, but it just doesn't feel like it. Number 5 is the Vessi Astoria backpack. This is one that Adam had tested out, and he was really impressed with it. If you are a minimalist, this is a backpack for you. It doesn't have a ton of pockets, but it allows for easy carry of a lot of different things. He really liked the styling of it and found that the straps and just the back in general was extremely comfortable for a general day-to-day backpack. He didn't love that, it got dirty a little bit too easily. It has a lack of smaller pockets for things like air tags. And he found, unfortunately, that the little tags on the zippers tend to kind of break apart. And then number 4, we have the Alpaca Metro Pro backpack. This is another kind of minimalist backpack from Alpaca. And this was one that Luke had actually reviewed. He found that it worked really, really well on airlines fitting underneath of airplane seats as he took it on a vacation. The little secret sleeves worked really, really well. He liked the quick access pockets. They were easy to get to and worked well. And this is something that's always really important to him in backpacks, is it stands up on its own, has kind of a flat bottom, so it doesn't fall over when you're trying to get into it, but you're not necessarily holding it. He also really liked the magnetic sternum strap, where it's just magnetized instead of being a clip, so you can just kind of put it together on its own. However, as for the things that he didn't like, he found that the kind of little cover that goes over top of the zipper snagged on things, and it lacks an external water bottle pocket. That's something that I actually like, having an internal water bottle pocket, but that's something that he doesn't like. And then the number 3 backpack on this list that we really like is the KNKG Plus backpack. Now, if you liked the KNKG backpack from the beginning of this list, but you wanted something a little bit more standard, this is the one that you should get. It's not quite as intense of a backpack, but it does still have shoe storage on the front of it. And Luke, who tested this one out, really liked that its opening was surprisingly unique. The materials on it were extremely tough while still being a little bit more forgiving. He really did like that shoe compartment, and he was a huge fan of the water bottle compartment. However, his big downsides were if you kind of have bigger feet, the shoes may not fit into the shoe compartment, as his 10.5 size was starting to kind of get a little bit big in the shoe compartment. And he wasn't a big fan of the smaller footprint on the bottom of the bag, as sometimes it liked to fall over, even though he wanted it to stand up. But this is actually a backpack we do sell, so make sure to check out the link down in the comments if you wanted to purchase this backpack from us. And then the number 2 backpack on this list is another Alpaca product, being the Elements Pro backpack. And Adam had tested this one out and feels like it's probably his favorite backpack he's ever had. He found that it was just the right size for his day-to-day stuff. It's a little bit larger of a backpack than the top one on this list, but he likes it because you can fit a little bit more in there, which is a good thing. He also really liked the contrasting black exterior of the backpack and the lighter gray interior, which allowed him to be able to see down inside of the backpack without losing things in there. And of course, it has lots of easy to use pockets on the inside. The only downside he could think of, and he really tried to figure this out, is the accessories that you can buy for it are just a little bit overpriced. But as for the backpack itself, he really liked it. And then the number 1 backpack on this list is my personal all-time favorite. It's the one that I use every single day, and I use it all the time, and I really like it, so you guys should check it out. It is the Able Carry 13-Day Day Bag. So this is actually a 13-liter backpack. It's not a 13-day backpack. It's a 13-liter backpack. It's meant to be a day bag. I have been incredibly impressed with this backpack. I find for day-to-day usage, it's the perfect size. It has the internal water bottle pocket. I like that because you're not having your water bottle fall out. And then just like Adam with the Alpaca, it has the magnetic kind of chest strap. And I really like that because you don't have to fumble around with it or anything like that. You just basically connect it with a magnet and then you can just break it apart easily without ever even really messing with it. It is such a cool idea. And then the rear pocket allows for things like wallets or that kind of stuff to fit into the rear, so you don't have to keep it inside and you can easily access it without fully pulling the backpack off. That said, just like some other backpacks on this list, it does get dirty pretty easy. And for those that do need to fit a little bit more stuff into their backpack, it is definitely small at 13 liter. You might want to jump up to something like a 24 liter if you're somebody that takes more than just a laptop. So those are the 7 best backpacks we have tested here in the beginning of 2025. I'll make sure to update this video as we go, but I'll see you guys next time.